is Sunrise Extra, streaming live on Wave Now.
Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us for Wave Sunrise Extra. I'm Shannon Kogan alongside meteorologist Tawana Andrew. Olivia Russell is getting ready for the ISCO Championship at Hurstbourne Country Club. And how's the weather looking for the golfers today?
For today, they're going to deal with more clouds and a little bit more rain. But for the start of everything tomorrow, things are looking a lot better. So that's certainly some good news. If we're going to have a day with rain, I'd rather it be today than tomorrow, right? What we're dealing with across the area right now, we have this low and this just boundary in the atmosphere moving towards us. And because of this, we're starting to see more of these spotty showers pushing into portions of wave country. A few heavier downpours in parts of Marion and Taylor counties as of right now. Some lighter showers now in Perry County and seeing some drizzle showing up in parts of Lawrence County, but the heaviest rain still off towards our west. Plenty of clouds overhead, though, on all of our Kentucky Mesonet cameras. A little bit of sunshine trying to get through here and there as your temperatures are sitting in the upper 60s and the low 70s in most spots. We'll end up in the 80s for this afternoon as we watch for more of that widespread light rain by the late morning towards lunch. As we get further into the afternoon, more of these scattered showers and thunderstorms coming back our way. So we are going to keep some sort of rain chance in the forecast for most of today. Now tomorrow is when we see some of those drier conditions and highs in the upper 80s and the low 90s. I'll let you know about the rain trying to show up for the weekend in my full forecast.
Thank you, Tawana. Some of the world's best golfers are here for the ISCO Championship. It tees off tomorrow morning. Today it is the Pro-Am, and all this week the players have been there at Hurstbourne Country Club getting in those practice rounds. Olivia Russell is there this morning. She joins us now live with more. Hi.
Hey, good morning, Shannon. Yeah, action already started here at Hurstbourne Country Club, and they have been practicing a lot, and let me tell you, I already experienced it. These roughs, really rough, the greens so fast, and you can blame Walter Pritchett for that. He's a superintendent. Blame or give credit to. I know some people are like, oh, these greens are beautiful, but I can only blame myself if I miss it.
I'd agree with that.
So let's talk about these conditions out here. How is the course looking right now?
Course is fantastic. You know, the weather's cooperated for the last couple of weeks. I'm putting you in charge of the weather for the rest of this week.
Oh, Tawana can be in charge of that.
Okay. So, you know, as long as the weather holds out, course conditions are going to be fantastic for the players. We've gotten a lot of great response from the players in the practice round. They're really excited to play out here. This is a different course than they typically play. We've kind of got a old school feel to the property and into the architecture of the course. They're used to playing more modern stuff, so it's really unique to them, and they're loving it.
What's it like to get that kind of feedback to hear that this course is just looking so nice?
It's awesome because, you know, we get spoiled because we see it every day. It's new to them, so getting that fresh perspective is really good to hear.
So we were out here at 4:30 this morning, and your team said we're not used to seeing other people out here at the same time.
You got to sleep in.
Yeah, right. What time do they get started?
Alarm clocks went off at 3 o'clock. We were at the shop for a meeting at about 3:45, and out the door by about 4:10.
You've got to give a shout out to your crew because maybe they're taking their naps right now.
No, they're still out there. They got another 15 minutes or so before breakfast, and then they'll take their naps. But the crew's been fantastic. We've got, you know, my staff, full-time staff, they're fantastic. Our seasonal staff has been fantastic. Our assistants, Matt Shallek, Chris Miller, Matt Wilson, my son Andrew, who you know, he's on staff too. He's done a fantastic job. We've got volunteers here from around the city, other superintendents and assistant superintendents from around the city. We've even got a volunteer from England. We've got a few from Cincinnati, Texas, South Carolina.
Big operation.
Oh, even Canada. We even got some from Canada. It's been fantastic. Our vendors have really stepped up and supplied meals and accommodations for all of our volunteers. It's been wonderful. We couldn't do it without them.
They've done an amazing job. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Shannon, we're going to send it back to you.
So much fun, so many people. It takes a lot to put this together. Okay, so there are 5 former St. X Tigers playing in the ISCO Championship. That's really great to have this local talent a part. And if you want to see the action, tickets are still on sale. There are a variety of different options, including daily tickets for grounds access at around $50. You can get a weekly pass for around $200. The grounds access ticket allows you access to the tournament grounds. This will let you go to any public venue, public restroom, the concession stands. You can follow your favorite golfers throughout the entire course. There are upgraded options too. Children 15 years and under are free with an adult ticket, so that's great. It's recommended that you do get your tickets ahead of time, put them in your wallet, but if you wait, you can get them on the gate based on supply. The price, we don't know for sure though, and re-entry is not allowed. The pace of play will keep moving at Hurstbourne Country Club, but you could run into some traffic nearby. Shuttles will take the fans to the golf course. They'll be picked up and dropped off very close at U of L's Shelby campus, right on the other side of Shelbyville Road there. LMPD says drivers should expect delays, though, near Shelbyville and Hurstbourne, which is already busy, as we know. There's no on-site parking, and Thursday's the first day that the fans can get out there to check out those courses. And again, the course and the gates open tomorrow morning at 6:45. It's 7:06, and 10 years after Bardstown mother Crystal Rogers disappeared, it only took a jury 4 hours to find Brooks Houck and Joseph Lawson guilty on murder-related charges. Houck was Crystal Rogers' boyfriend at the time and the last one to see her alive. Joseph Lawson, who was Houck's former employee, now both men joined Stephen Lawson, Joseph's father, found responsible in connection to Rogers' death and disappearance. It was an emotional day in that Bowling Green courtroom. Wave News reporter Marissa Burke joining us with reaction from Rogers' family and a wrap-up of what happened. Marissa?
Crystal's family was emotional after the jury read the verdict. Many were hugging each other and crying. Attorneys in this case say it was one of the most difficult cases in their careers. Jurors deliberated for a few hours to come back with the guilty verdict. Houck was found guilty of murder, principal or accomplice, and tampering with evidence. Lawson was found guilty of conspiracy to murder and tampering with evidence. Those are the same charges his father was convicted of about a month ago. The guilty verdict felt like a weight lifted off of Rogers' family.
I want everybody to just remember my mom was a great mom. She was a great person. And so was my Papa Tommy. And neither of them deserved what they got happened to them or whatever.
Jurors returned 5 minutes later with sentencing recommendations. For Houck, they recommended life for the murder of Rogers and 5 years for the tampering charge to be served consecutively. Lawson was recommended to receive 20 years on conspiracy and 5 years on tampering to be served consecutively. Steve Lawson was the third defendant charged in Rogers' death, and he was convicted on May 30th. Steve will be the first one sentenced in August, and his son Joseph and Houck's sentencing dates are scheduled for August 21st. Marissa Burke, Wave News.
Marissa, thanks. And for the people of Bardstown, it's the turning of a chapter in a story more than 10 years in the making. Hundreds of people dressed in pink packed the heart of Bardstown yesterday to welcome back Crystal's loved ones, many of them cheering and waving signs. Many of the people we spoke to described Crystal as a great mother and willing to do anything for anyone. They say they never gave up hope they would get answers.
It's been hard from everybody. Everybody's been following this case, and I'm so proud of our community for everybody sticking together and everybody being out here right now. It means a lot.
They've been searching and searching and searching, so I'm glad for them. I really am.
It's been something that all of the community has come together on, and I think it's what makes Bardstown strong.
Tuesday's convictions bring some closure to the community, but it's far from the end. Many say it's just the beginning to the justice they'd like to see. Even with the verdict, the family of Crystal Rogers was hoping for, there are still unanswered questions surrounding this case. Rogers' body has never been found since she disappeared in 2015, so it's unknown exactly what happened to her. Rogers' daughter, Ashley Miller, says the family has wanted to give her a proper burial, but they can't do that until she is found. Rogers' family is also waiting for answers as to what happened to her father, Tommy Ballard. He was shot and killed in 2016 while preparing to go hunting on family land in Bardstown with his 12-year-old grandson. During a hearing in preparation for Houck's trial, prosecutors revealed they have the gun that was used to shoot Ballard. They claim it was bought from Houck's brother Nick, a former Bardstown police officer. Nick has never been charged in connection to either case. But during the trial, we did learn Nick and his mother Rosemary are considered unindicted co-conspirators, and the FBI is offering a $10,000 reward for information on Tommy Ballard's death. Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman reacted to the verdict, saying justice was delivered in Bowling Green. Coleman credited prosecutor Shane Young and law enforcement to deliver the guilty verdict. The FBI Louisville also released a statement. It reads in part, "We are proud of the pivotal role we played in seeking justice for Crystal Rogers and her family. We hope this outcome brings some semblance of peace to Crystal's family and the larger Bardstown community." New JCPS Superintendent Dr. Brian Yearwood has a challenge on his hands in his first year. What JCPS is doing about teacher openings, coming up. New JCPS Superintendent Dr. Brian Yearwood will face an early challenge as he gets ready to start the new school year. Last night was Yearwood's first Board of Education meeting as a district superintendent. Data presented at the meeting shows JCPS has more than 360 certified teacher openings in the district. There are 52 other certified vacancies. District leaders say as we get closer to the first day of school, those numbers will change drastically.
So you will see that certified our classroom teachers, we have 362 classroom vacancies as of June 23rd. Now, if I gave you that number today, it would be different. Every time we give you data, it's a snapshot in time as of the day that we collected it. So that's what we have here.
JCPS will try to hire more teachers this Friday. The district is hosting a job fair at W.E.B. Du Bois High School. JCPS is also looking to hire transportation positions, maintenance, and more. A camp geared at teaching young girls they can be anything they want to be kicked off at the Louisville Fire Academy. It is called the Leslie Prather Empowerment Camp. The camp was created to honor Leslie Prather, a Louisville firefighter who was killed in a car crash on Valentine's Day in 2020. While not every girl who joins the camp will become a firefighter, their overall goal is to encourage girls they can achieve whatever they put their minds to, just like Leslie.
If you look across the state, there's numerous camps for boys to teach them about the fire services. This is to really lock in on middle school age girls so that it's a very pivotal moment in their lives. And so we want them to know that they can be whatever they want to be. But Leslie was kind of busting through barriers to say, hey, you can be a woman, you can be a firefighter, and you can be successful at it.
More than 24 middle school girls took part in the camp. It continues through Friday, too. This is the 4th year that they have hosted that. And how much fun that they get to enjoy themselves and try their hand at doing all those fun things.
I love that. See, when I was in middle school, the camps I went to were teaching me to crochet, which, I mean, is also
do all
great.
the time. I wish I learned how to crochet.
Yeah, so I love that there's all these options for these girls and all these kids across the area. And for a lot of these camps still going on, we have to pay attention to the forecast, of course, and we're watching those rain chances pretty closely. Already seeing a couple of these spotty showers now trying to move into our region, courtesy of this low moving into our area. So we'll watch for rain chances going up as we head over the next 2 to 3 hours with more of these light showers and areas of drizzle moving our way. So for those of you anywhere from Washington County into Taylor County in Kentucky, you are seeing these spotty downpours moving into your area with a little bit of light rain just to the south of Fry. Now, for those of you anywhere from Perry County into Orange County in Indiana, you are seeing some drizzle and some very, very light showers in your area. But for most of us, we're dealing with this, just the clouds overhead, and temperatures have not budged much this morning because of these clouds. We're still mainly sitting in the upper 60s and the low 70s. Now, our futurecast shows that we're going to keep these spotty showers over the next hour, but as we get past that 8, 9 o'clock time frame, more of that light rain gradually starts to take over our region as that low makes its way off towards the east. For the afternoon, we'll see highs today in the 80s, watching for these scattered showers and thunderstorms still around, and some of the afternoon thunderstorms can produce some locally heavy rain. Eventually, though, once we get into tonight, we're going to quickly dry out as some of these clouds try to clear out of our region. So most of us see some sort of rain. A lot of us, it's just going to be a little bit of that light rain, some drizzle here and there. But for those of you who see a couple of those thunderstorms this afternoon, your totals could get close to ½ an inch, 3/4 of an inch even. So stay weather aware throughout the day. For tonight, of course, we're going to be falling down into the 60s and low 70s. For tomorrow, highs near 90 degrees with really a mix of sun and clouds for most of the day. So tomorrow is going to be sunnier, drier with just a couple of isolated downpours here and there. Then we head into your Friday. This is when we'll add back in not just more of that heat and humidity, but a few more of those rain chances. Still pretty scattered across the region, though. And for the weekend, here comes another front. It's going to kind of scoot towards us and then stall out before it moves through. Just like all of these fronts that we've seen recently, it moves into our area on Saturday, bringing some more of those showers and thunderstorms. Going to keep those around for portions, but not all of your Sunday. And then once we head into Monday, that front is still going to be hovering nearby. So this is why we're going to keep those scattered showers and thunderstorms through at least the first half of next week. Notice your highs are going to be sitting in the upper 80s and the low 90s. Then for next Thursday, a little bit of change showing up there. We like that. Here comes a cold front moving through then, bringing some more of those showers and thunderstorms and potentially finally fully drying us out by the following weekend. And we'll watch for that lower humidity that may come along with that front as well.
Thanks, Tawana. The wife of corrupt ex-Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll is in more trouble after granting 2 television interviews before she was sentenced to prison last week. After telling Judge Larry Medlock she was guilty twice, Misty Knoll went on TV and said the opposite. Now her plea deal could be scrapped and she may have to stand trial. Misty Knoll was asked 10 times in May whether she was guilty of spending money on the new Chapel EMS credit card that did not belong to her and then failing to report the spending on her taxes. Judge Medlock asked her again Thursday before Misty's television interviews were aired, and again Misty said she was guilty. Here's that moment.
Misty, you pled guilty under oath last time we were here, and I took it under advisement. Do you still wish to plead guilty and ask that I accept it?
Yes, Your Honor.
She said, "Yes, Your Honor," but after watching one of the interviews, the judge ordered Misty to explain herself, and she's changing answers could lead to a full trial where we can get a more complete picture of the evidence the state has and how Misty's attorney can argue against it. Misty's hearing has been set for August 12th. Also, Misty's other daughter, Josie, has been given notice to appear. Her butler and IU education were paid on these credit cards. Starting next year, Louisville's first responders are taking a step to help them save more lives. A new program will allow drones to arrive at emergency scenes quicker than the officers themselves. Both the police and fire departments will be able to use the drones, which pilots will operate from MetroSafe. While representatives from those departments say they try to get to scenes as quickly as possible, they'll be able to work faster, already knowing what a scene looks like.
Just, seeing smoke as they're approaching, or, seeing a live wire down that's potentially that could affect the public safety responders, the way that traffic's responding on expressways, just to help them and guide them get to a location.
City leaders say they want to eventually expand the program to the whole county. Other cities around the county have launched similar drone programs, too, that have actually led to lawsuits. The ACLU of Kentucky is responding to those concerns. When asked about the concerns of emergency drone use, the ACLU responded with a statement saying, in part, the ACLU of Kentucky recognizes the potential of drones to enhance emergency response, but advocates for strict regulations to ensure that their use does not compromise civil liberties. There's some family fun happening around the city tonight. We'll tell you what that is coming up. New upgrades are coming to Seneca's youth golf course. It's part of a $900,000 investment project to create more opportunities for kids to get into the sport. The project was funded by philanthropist Jimmy Kirchdorfer with support from the PGA of America and Valhalla Foundation. The money will go towards improving the existing 9-hole par 3 course through upgrades that enhance safety, improve play, and ensure accessibility for all. If your exercise routine has hit a summer slump, it may be because your workouts don't match your personality. This is interesting. A new study finds matching your workouts to your personality could make exercising more enjoyable and easier to stick to. Researchers in the UK found extroverts prefer high-intensity training sessions in a group setting, but those with more neurotic personality prefer private workouts. Authors of this study found participants with anxiety were the only ones to show decreased stress. New sensory kits are available at the Louisville Free Century Public Library. You can find those inside libraries across the city. The kits are to help create a welcoming environment for every family. There are 2 types of kits, one for inside the library and one you can use at home too, and they include sensory tools like noise-canceling headphones, fidget toys, books, and other materials. These kits are to support sensory development and education and exploration, and take-home kits can be borrowed for up to 21 days. You can reserve one at any of the library branches. We're going to be back with a look at more local news, and stay with us right here on Wave Sunrise Extra.
This Wave News Update is sponsored by Oxmoor Auto Group.
Good morning, I'm Shannon Kogan. The 2 men charged in connection to Crystal Rogers' death have both been found guilty. Brooks Houck, who was dating Rogers when she disappeared, was found guilty of murder and tampering with physical evidence. Joseph Lawson, who used to work for him, was found guilty of conspiracy to murder and tampering with physical evidence. Joseph Lawson's father, Stephen Lawson, was also found guilty in this case. A few weeks ago, he was convicted of conspiracy to murder and tampering with physical evidence. He'll be sentenced first in August, followed by his son Joseph and Houck on August 21st. Let's go to Tawana right now, and some clouds out there today.
Yeah, we have that blanket of clouds overhead for today, and we're also watching some showers pushing through the area. For portions of Washington and Marion counties, you're seeing some pockets of heavier rainfall, lighter showers in parts of Taylor and Adair counties. Now, for those of you in the western portions of Grayson and also Breckenridge County, you got a little bit of that light rain and drizzle in your area. Same thing up through Perry County and all the way into Lawrence County. So a lot to watch with that. Your temperatures are still in the upper 60s and low 70s. We will be slow to warm this morning because of the clouds overhead. Eventually, we'll add in more of those showers and scattered thunderstorms as we get into later on this morning, and especially a little bit more so for this afternoon with those highs today in the 80s. We are keeping an eye on the roads this morning. Some slow speeds showing up on 65 northbound coming out of Bullitt County and into the Louisville Metro. Metro. So if you're traveling in that area, just giving you that heads up as of right now. No word on a crash or whatnot in that area, but we're certainly seeing the slow speeds. Still dealing with a little bit of a slowdown on the Waterston East as you're getting towards Breckenridge Lane, but that crashes off towards the side, so only the right lane is blocked as of right now. Make sure you have the Wave weather app as we watch for more of these showers moving our way.